Hello, everyone. I'm excited and a little bit nervous to be here right now. That's so crazy. I just haven't done a live in quite a while, as you know, obviously, because you haven't been able to see them. So, this week I'm starting a little Facebook live series, and we're going to be talking about personality and your personality and embracing it and a little bit of tips into just how to go about that. I know as I've been writing out notes, stuff's just been going through my head as well, and that is a big part of the reason why I do all of this stuff is the more I talk about it and the more I go through it and the more I try to help others, the more I'm actually helping myself as well. So today I wanted to talk to you about and ask you the question, have you ever been told that you need to change? Now, when I say be told, I do want to expand on that because obviously I can look back over the years and realize that there were plenty of things that I felt I needed to change about my personality. And there's really not a point where somebody said, hey, you need to stop being that way. However, we have all felt this way, that we have been told that we need to change something about ourselves. And it's not necessarily that it was the words. How often have you felt that look? And I know especially if you're one of the loud, if being loud is a personality trait for you, then you know the look. You can feel the look when you're not even looking at the person. You just know that you're getting that look that you're being too loud. But there's the other one too, where maybe they didn't specifically tell you, or you didn't get the look, but you got those backhanded compliments about how you're acting, which to me are the worst. The worst. I cannot stand that passive aggressive behavior. I would rather that you point blank tell me that you would like me to change this about myself than to give me some backhanded compliment that I'm supposed to decipher what you mean. Bullshit. No. Hi, Nikki. Glad you could make it this morning. So I definitely want to reach out and take this a different way than I usually do. Hi, Jody. So a lot of the times I'm talking about your personality and the fact that you need to embrace it. And I'm finding that a lot for me has really grown, and for my clients, when we have taken a look at those people that we thought were telling us to change and try to realize where they were coming from. Now, I am not going to tell you to forgive and forget. That is not my message, because everybody has their own background and experiences and all of that. What my message is I just want you to take a look at those people that have made you feel this way, told you that you need to do this stuff. We're going to see where they're coming from a little bit. And then hopefully that's just going to work so that you can do what you need to do and work through that part. So, for example, like I said, you have probably been told point blank that you need to make some changes. I mean, quite a few of us have had on our report cards that we talk too much, right? Especially, us women, come on. Of course we were talking too much. It's a thing. It really is. And I'm okay with that. I talk too much for some people. But you might have gotten the three things. You might have gotten the look, and you might have gotten those backhanded compliments, which I personally feel are the absolute worst. Now, try to remember those people that are making those judgments based on their experiences. So they had people in their life that have told them, usually, that is not okay for them about their personality, right? That they need to change it. And those are usually the ones that are most vocal in telling you to change, is the ones that were also told over the years. They didn't know how to break out of that. They just knew that they weren't allowed to act that way or be that way. So they are trying to make sure that nobody does that because it's wrong in their eyes. There's also that they've just decided that they want to be controlling. And those are people that you have to set boundaries with down the road. But they've just decided that this is the way that everybody's going to be in their life, and that's fine. That's their boundary, but that doesn't mean that that's the way that you have to behave. So a little bit off track with that one. Embracing your personality and listening to others and how they want you to act is a very freeing moment. I sometimes it can get a little bit hard for me. I'm in a book next month, and I'm talking about when this did happen for me, when I started embracing it, when I really realized that I was changing who I was to try and make others happy. But there's no way to ever make those other people happy, right? It doesn't matter how much you change your personality or how much you change those things about you, you will never make those people happy. So that's part of my message with the embracing your personality and the taking a look at those people that are trying to change you and mold you into what they expect, is the fact that there is never going to be a point when you are 100% exactly what they want you to be. And you will be miserable trying to be that way. Absolutely miserable. That's the big part about embracing your personality, is the fact that it's so freeing to all of a sudden be able to go in and just go, guess what? I am loud. I'm loud. And that's okay. I talk a lot, and that's okay. I laugh a lot, and that's okay. I could go into even more of these things that have annoyed people over my life about being opinionated and being blunt. There's years that I tried to squash it because I knew that when I was around certain people, this would bother them. It would make them uncomfortable. And I was such a people pleaser that I was worried about making them uncomfortable. And in return, I was making myself miserable. Just absolutely miserable. And I was attracting people that didn't like that side of my personality either. Because as I was changing who I was, I mean, that's who you're going to bring in. You're going to bring in the people that are attracted to who you're pretending to be, not who you actually are. So embracing your personality. Guess what happened when I embraced my personality? For one, I stopped being so damn miserable. But for two, the most amazing thing happened was I started attracting so many people in my life that love me for me. They're not trying to change me. They're not telling me to squash things about my personality. They are attracted to what they see. So it brings the right people in my life that are there to support me, there to help me grow, there to pick me up when I'm still working through all of this growth that I'm doing. And tell me that I'm doing the right thing and that being me is okay. And when we attract those people into our life that believe that we are good enough just the way they are, your confidence goes through the roof. Because now you feel like you can tackle so much more, because it's easier to tackle things when you're not working on who do I have to be today, right? There's nothing worse than showing up to a gathering and going, oh, who's here? Okay, how do I have to act in that? How do I have to act over here? Oh my God, it was so tiring. I'm so glad I stopped doing that. So glad. So glad that hit. So I wanted to leave you with a little bit of taking a look at those people that are saying that you need to change, or like I said, they're giving you the passive aggressive about needing to change, and those compliments that are not actually compliments. I want you to really take a hard look at those personality traits. If you can even write them down, type them out on your phone, any of that stuff, if you feel like somebody's making that giving you that feeling that you need to change something, write that down. What's the personality trait that you're getting that feedback that you don't like? Write it down. And then take a look at it and see, is that something I want to change? Or is that something that I want to embrace more because I really like that about myself? Which leads me into, I want to really drive this home. This year, I don't know how many women know, because we had this stupid COVID happen. I want you to take a look at why it's so important to embrace your personality. It's only once you embrace exactly who you are that you're going to be able to share it and do amazing things. Now, I just wanted to leave you with a few women that you need to take just a quick look at. Like this year is the 100th anniversary of women being able to vote. Can you imagine how many of those women, which is probably every single one of them that fought for that, were told to stop being who they were, to not be that strong woman, to not be so outgoing, to not be so blunt, to not be so opinionated? How many of those women do you think were constantly told that they need to change? And thankfully they didn't, because if they had, they wouldn't have gotten us to be able to vote. Who knows when it would have happened? But it was because they embraced their personality and used it that they made huge changes. Other ones like Sandra Day O'Connor. How much do you think she was told to change over the years by different people, and the side glances and the backhanded comments that it's probably great that a woman could become a judge? It's probably great. I mean, even all the way through, she was taking crap about it. But thankfully she did, because she's paved the way for so many other women to go and get what they want. Now, here's one that I know. Take a hard look at this one. Think on this one. How much crap does Oprah take for being herself? How much? I mean, honestly, she's enthusiastic. She loves to get into whatever she's doing. She's opinionated. And yet, it could be a backhanded comment that I don't make fun of her. I embrace it. I wish I could give cars, but when she gets so excited and she's like, and you get a car, and you get a car. Honestly, if she wasn't a strong, confident woman, that could be a backhanded compliment, right? But she's done so many amazing things because she embraced who she was, and she didn't listen to all those people through all of those years of her life that have tried to hold her down and change her and make her make changes. So that's what I really want you to listen to. I want you to take a look at all of these women. There's women in your life that I'm sure that you look up to. And it's probably because they are embracing their personality that you look up to them, because you're just like, what? They're confident and they're getting things done. And you can too, but I want to help you embrace your personality. It doesn't have to be that you're loud and opinionated and blunt. Those are mine. There are so many things about being more sensitive. And the other side of my giant personality, it takes all of us getting things done together. So I want you to embrace your personality. I want you to figure out those personality traits that make you, you. And I want you to shout them from the mountaintops. I am loud, and damn it, I like this about myself. And I literally want you to shout that, because that's kind of my little motto. So if you're ready to find those traits, in fact, 2 traits, that's the goal of my Damn It, I Like This About Myself workshop, is we find 2 traits to embrace, and we create a plan of exactly how you can use those traits for good. How those personality traits make you, you. And once you start seeing what you can use them for to make awesome changes in your life, it gets so much easier to embrace them, because you're just like, no, this is me, and this is what I can do with that part of myself. So I'm going to keep embracing it, and it's going to be a huge part of me now, so live with it. I'm so glad you guys were here today. Thank you so much. And I would love it if you joined me in my workshop, which starts on September 30th. We're going to have 2 days of workshops. I've got some worksheets, and then I've got some other fun planned, but we are going to embrace what makes you, you. In my Damn It, I Like This About Myself workshop. I will see you tomorrow for another live event, 8 a.m. Pacific tomorrow morning. We'll talk more about personality. Bye.